Howdy everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Double Down. I'm your host Darian, and we have our 9 contestants who will be competing for the victory in this episode. The rules for this game show are explained in episode 1. If you haven't watched that episode yet, you can check it out by clicking the card in the top right corner of your screen. As always, we have a good team and an evil team. Among our contestants, there's a murderer, a detective, and many other rules to help each team eliminate the other side. The winners of today's episode will each receive a $25 Amazon gift card and an invitation to our episode 4 finale. Round 1 will begin shortly. The murderer will choose their first victim, everyone will use their unique powers, and some of you will be eliminated. Afterwards, the rest of you will discuss who might be evil and will vote for someone to leave. But before we begin, we'll have a short round of discussion. Use this time to come up with some strategies to win. Best of luck to our contestants on our 3rd game of Double Down.
I think we all are in agreement with John.
Yeah. What about John?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John.
I'm sorry, man.
You're the only one wearing a gnome hat. You got the sunglasses.
It's November.
So how do you respond with this though?
You got me.
He admits it.
Okay.
Wait, maybe he
I
wants
don't
to
even
vote it out,
know what else to say
Clown.
about that.
No?
Wait, clown?
Why would I be the clown? That's the most ironic choice.
What is wrong with your voice?
I mean, you did.
I don't know.
You did pretend to be evil the entire, but then you got killed immediately. So I don't know.
I don't know if that
was
strategy
working for
works
you.
out for you.
Nah, that strategy.
Maybe he's an imposter.
How so?
How?
Which imposters?
Which
I don't know, because it just seems like he's playing multiple roles. One moment he's a nice guy, and then the next moment he just completely acts evil.
I think that's dangerous. So like,
Unpredictable.
it's unpredictable. He's saying both. Like,
He's being very quiet.
Quiet.
I'm voting John.
you're pretty quiet too.
We all voting John, right?
All right, and with that, we are going to begin our first round for episode 3. Best of luck to all of our contestants. And welcome to the first round of Double Down for this episode. And it is an interesting one, to say the least. My own personal comment for this is that the murderer is brutal. I gotta say, this kill, can't believe it. Our dear pal, Ryan, you were killed by the murderer. Round 1. Every time. Every time he's killed by the murderer.
So I was the clown, which means all I had to do was get voted out and I would have won the episode. And I couldn't even do that.
Rip Ryan.
I feel so
Free
bad.
him, bro.
I feel
Free
so
him.
bad for this man.
No, leave me.
Ryan.
He didn't even get a chance.
And also, if I was voted out, I could have killed someone that I wanted to kill. So I lose that ability as well. But this sucks. Now I truly feel like a clown.
He's gotten killed every episode. I can point that out.
See,
Every time.
wow.
That's
a shocker right
That's
there.
cruel. There is 8 of you left. Discuss any information that you have received.
Firstly, poor Ryan.
Poor Ryan.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of the good
Ryan
ones.
always died the first round.
He's been in all of them, right?
I thought he was
So-
like the psychic or something. That's just.
Yeah, honestly.
Maybe he is.
I mean, yeah.
Or
but
was, or whatever.
I'm just going to clarify. I think I can't remember who pointed it out originally, but Jonah here has been acting very similar to the very first episode, where he was the assassin. However, now with the ability to completely murder somebody over and over again, I feel, and I mean you can see it in his eyes, they go straight to the left, but I feel that he is using that ability to continuously attack somebody. Plus, he was in the same episode that Ryan was, not noting the fact that Ryan was in every single episode and most of you guys were all in each one of the first or the second, but that is just my theory.
Did he get out the first?
But can we
episode?
trust someone who
Well,
puts
did he?
mustard on apples? He has hot dogs like on his side.
That
And he's
does
got
make you
KK
do make a fair
Slider.
point.
Like, how can you? Oh wow, I didn't even know.
Oh, and a dog.
I don't think Jonah's that sus.
Would a killer have a dog on his foot? Like,
Then again, I didn't watch the first episode.
Would the killer claim
the
to be hearing
logic is
impaired
a
when
little-
they're actually being hearing impaired?
Peter about to be hearing about this after.
Peter will be hearing this after that.
I feel like he's like an advisor for PETA or something.
You know, the whole time I was playing that game, I kept thinking to myself, what would Jack Sportsman do in that situation?
Somebody did also point out that Jason was kind of using that quiet spread like and something earlier today, so I do have that
What?
suspicion.
What?
He was doing that.
Wait,
was
can
explaining
you
what's doing
further explain what you mean by that?
So,
I don't know what
I-
spider web
Again,
is.
I may have misheard this. I'm pretty sure somebody, I can't remember who, it might have been Ryan. You can't really back me up with that, but
He's dead.
and so
So he's using dead
but
people
I'm
as his
pretty-
witnesses.
I'm
Very
pretty-
interesting. Very
I'm
interesting.
pretty sure somebody stated the fact that Jason, you also use the style of kind of being sort of quiet and then starting to kind of point other people out.
But I have not even been quiet. I've been.
He was.
I've been
Wait,
going around.
Josh uses like
Michael, you've
Josh
also been
used the
quiet,
like
but-
speak
That's an
more when
interesting
he's
point,
nervous.
honestly.
Speak more
That's a
and-
very interesting
Josh
point.
said
It's
Like,
a
you've been quiet.
psychological
Yeah.
game. We're playing a psychological
Yes.
game.
Well, yes, and you're
Mentally.
constantly
You're
you're constantly thinking about whoever Marissa is, but
I mean, I got nothing to worry about.
fair enough. Okay then.
And the results are in for round one, ladies and gentlemen. This was a pretty close vote. But for round one, the person who has received the most votes was John. You're out. And therefore,
win the election!
therefore, because John has been voted out, his twin, Benny, has also been removed. You're out.
You
that's
sneaky.
why.
It's been Polo last year.
Farewell to both of you.
The twin is you.
Yeah, so I was the twin to John.
I was also one of the twins. My twin also was voted out because, you know, twinsies do twinsy things.
It's pretty interesting with him because even though we're twins, I felt like a complete polar opposite to him. He was just so full of energy, doing all these impersonations in the studio, and I was just there, you know, sitting back and chilling and just, you know, trying to have a good time with everybody.
Now, the reason I always talk so much is because I'm already sus. I may as well talk to get people get other people to talk so I can discern who the baddies are. But, you know, that didn't really work out, did it? I singled myself out, which made me very sus. And I knew for a fact that I would be voted out and my twin would be left in the dust. It was quite awkward.
I know how everyone else had kind of felt about him, but then I also kind of had to follow suit in that. I was basically piggybacking, you know, off of him in that sense. So, you know, I don't want to say that, you know, him getting voted out, everybody else wanted me out in that situation because it was something that was completely out of my control.
I thought it was hilarious. Honestly, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew if I wasn't killed the first round, I would definitely be voted out the first round.
Honestly, I wish I had a different twin.
All right, well, we are now going to begin round two. Best of luck to the rest of our contestants.
Club International has been of great help to me as an international student because it has allowed me to be introduced to new people from different cultures. Representation matters and we know how to show it right because at every festival, we make sure not only to include representation of one, but that of many different countries. And that is why I am proud to be a part of Club International.
Club International.
This is round two of Double Down. And this was a very interesting round. A lot has happened. And the person who died this time from the murderer is no one. You're all safe for now. But even though none of you have died, one of you has to get voted out. Discuss.
Oh. What's going on? So the murderer chose to not kill someone.
Did the murderer forget what their role was?
Can I point one thing out? This is just off of my visual perspective. The round started. Everybody grabbed their phones. Within about 30 seconds, Jason, you instantly put your phone down. And you have not picked it up since.
Yeah, I just did. Like
You
no,
picked it
I
up right
literally-
after the round, right after that finished. But you didn't. But when the round began, you almost instantly put it down.
Well, I already did what I had to do.
So, I'm just
What does that mean?
What is that?
I'm just confused because even though the murderer didn't do anything, others could have done something. I feel that.
Okay, I'm starting. Listen, I know we had a deal, but like you're starting to be very sus right now.
Yes.
You've been targeting me all game, and I'm curious on
why.
why.
Okay, no. To be fair, I did not target you at the beginning of this.
You kind of did.
Well, okay.
You were like, oh, you got the spider web of lies or whatever.
No,
and
no,
I'm like,
no,
what?
I was not the first person to say that. Okay.
Okay,
I heard
but you
that
said
from somebody.
a dead person said that, so like.
Yeah. Yes. But
So,
then,
like-
but then you clarified after that nobody had said that. Now you're clarifying that the person is after that person is gone that somebody did say that.
Dude, you're not making sense to me whatsoever. I'm gonna be completely honest. Okay, instead of going back and forth, let's discuss.
Let's discuss.
No, yeah, let me. I stated that somebody said right off at the beginning that they were sus of you. You were the first one I noticed to instantly put their phone down and not necessarily do anything.
You said Ryan said this, and
Oh, I did say, yeah.
yeah. So
But-
like, you're just kind of pointing out little random stuff. Okay, let's see what Jonah has to say.
Yes, what do you have to say?
I'm not really sure, but he might be one other.
I don't know.
So-
I mean, what I said before about some people when they're nervous talking a lot. You're talking an awful lot.
Okay, you
See, like
you can
now the
clarify
bullets
the
playing
fact
back.
of different tones of voice. If I'm nervous on the news, you can tell that I slow down, I stutter like hell, and
You're stuttering now.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
All right, and this was a really close vote for round 2, ladies and gentlemen. But it seems that the person who has received the most votes is Jason.
So I was the doctor. I healed myself in the beginning because I thought I was gonna get targeted right off the bat. But then I healed Mike, and I healed Mike because I feel like the quiet guys were getting caught out by the murderers. So I was gonna vote for Josh next, or heal Josh next, because I did get a little note saying we were on the same team. So I know for a fact Josh is good, because if he gave me a note we're on the same team, and I'm obviously a good guy. I think Marcel, Mike, and Nick are the evil ones left. So that's just what I think. Honestly, I hope they get Nick out. He is definitely sus. Like I knew it was either me or Nick going, and it just so happened to be me. They just hate me because they ain't me, but Nick is definitely sus. I hope I helped a soul, but as Dr. Jason, I'm out.
Round 3 will begin shortly. Best of luck to everyone remaining.
To me, the gym means discipline.
The gym for me is part of who I am.
The gym is time to myself.
The gym to me is a place where I can come and clear my mind.
Find out what the gym means to you. The SUNY Plattsburgh Gym at Memorial Hall has the perfect facilities for your fitness needs. From lifting rooms to basketball courts, if you're looking to have a good time or trying to get a workout in, visit Memorial Gym.
Round 3 has begun, ladies and gentlemen. We got 5 people left. This game is looking really close. And unfortunately, the person who died this time is Josh. You were killed by the murderer.
I was a dark psychic. I can read one person per round to find out if they're good or evil. And being the dark psychic, I want the evil team to win. I got a read on Ryan first and found out that he was neutral right before he got eliminated. After that, I got a read on Jason and found out he was good, so that was good that we voted to eliminate him. So my last read in the third round was on Mike, and I also found out that he was good, but because I was killed, I didn't have the opportunity to eliminate Mike.
So long.
Bye, Josh.
Farewell.
Farewell, Josh.
I didn't get a single read on an evil teammate, so I don't know. I still have no idea really who else was on the evil team. So, I didn't really have any opportunity to try and, pair up with anybody or, or make a connection. So I still don't really know what's going to come of the game or who's going to win. Don't think the murderer realized that we were on the same team.
Now, any theories from your end? Because I have rambled on nonstop.
I received a note that Jonah is evil.
Okay then.
Whoever voted Jason off screwed us.
I think it might be him.
Okay. Who voted Jason off? What?
Screwed us.
Screwed us.
Screwed us, yes.
Okay. Interesting. That's for you, Jonah. You instantly pointed to me, so that's also an interesting fact.
I'm thinking that you might be. There's a slim chance that you might be that one again. Like if you look at episode 1, but I'm just telling you, like, it might be something because I have feeling off the varying vibes that you. Because I know when we were together on episode 1, you were getting on Jason. On him.
I had no information.
And you had no information about that, but I think I feed off, and I think you might be the murderer.
I'm a little suspicious of Nick. I think he might also have been on the evil team. I think he might even be the murderer. I don't know.
To be fair, though, in this episode, I did not instantly claim that I didn't understand people.
Yes, and that was your strat.
That was my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. I don't think Nick is the murderer.
Partially suspicious over the fact that as Marcel was explaining her end, you instantly pointed at me. Right off the bat.
Yes.
This was yet another close vote for round 3, ladies and gentlemen. This game's getting tense. But for this round, the person who got the most votes was Nick.
I was the detective, so I was getting multiple forms of information, including multiple forms stating that Jason was on the evil team. I also have high suspicions over Jonah being on the evil team. I'm also hoping that somebody is the savior and can put me back in there.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Has to be this way.
Dr. Phil.
Goodbye, Dr. Phil. The young Dr. Phil.
And round 4 is going to be our final round. Let's see what happens. All right, and welcome to the final round of Double Down Episode 3. And we have one more death for this round, but it's going to be a short round. The person who died this time was Michael. You're out. I'm sorry.
Y'all got me. That's crazy.
Farewell.
No. What was you? Wait.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our 3rd episode of Double Down has concluded. The evil team has won because no players remain on the good team.
Yes!
Congratulations to our 2 winners, Jonah and Marcel. You are our 2 winners.
I was the psychic, so I could read other players in between rounds, trying to figure out who was on the good side or the bad side. And it was annoying because everybody that I read came out good, so it didn't really get me anywhere. I should have used my notes. I should have sent notes to people because I was reading them and I just wasn't communicating it, so that's on me. I received a note that Jonah was evil, which was true. Definitely know that Nick was good. I knew Josh was evil right off the bat, and yeah, Jonah and Marcel are evil as well.
I was a spy on the evil team. I get the bug players, like I can bug anyone in there, see who visited. I did pretty good. I used some of my abilities to bug some people, see what people has been visited from. I felt it was amazing for that win, using strategies, using abilities, try not to fully potentially expose yourself or expose your other teams.
It was me. I was the villain. Redemption from the last time. Once I got murderer, I immediately knew the strategy I was gonna go for. Deception. Constant deception. The one thing that this group did very poorly was show their connections. I started with Ryan because I didn't want to go to someone that was talking too much. And Ryan literally put himself up for failure. He started targeting Nick and I was like, people are gonna think it was Nick. So it was an easy decision. I was gonna go for another quiet one and then so I was just like, okay, let's kill Michael. I get a reply, she's like, Michael's been healed. And I was like, I figured out who the doctor was in doing that. I figured out it was Jason. I immediately figured Jason because one, they're sat right next to each other, and two, you can tell they're friends. There was no one else that I can choose because Michael was quiet the entire time. So why would they pick Michael if not friends? So Jason was next on my hit list. I was gonna originally go for Jason next, but then everyone voted him out and I was like, they just ruined all their chances. Because I vouched for Jason, that's the thing, I vouched for him. I tried to give them out. It's not my fault that they decided to kill off their one savior. I didn't know anyone on the evil team, to be honest. Jonah survived on pure luck. I was going to keep him as a little buddy because he was gonna be the last one. And then I was gonna him too. I was trying to get Nick out so early because he was an easy target because he talked a lot. There's a good balance you need to do, and it's right in the middle. Don't talk too much, don't be too quiet. Everything was laid out in front of me. It couldn't have been better. I gave them so many outs, so many outs. They took none of them. I killed everyone, almost everyone. But basically everyone. I was voting with the masses. I don't regret a single kill, except for maybe Ryan. I am off to the finals, and I'm going to meet my rival. And I'm going to crush Gibby into the ground. Just you wait. I know you're probably watching this. Somewhere, either on YouTube or you're maybe editing it. I know you're watching, and I remember what you did. Backstabber. You best hope we're on the same team next time.
And with that, the third game of Double Down has concluded. Congratulations to the winners of this episode. We'll be back soon with more episodes of Double Down, with more contestants, more eliminations, and more deceptions. Up next is the finale, where winners from previous episodes will return to face off against each other. While you're waiting for the finale, make sure to check out PSTV's biannual Live Night, a special live stream showing off all the shows we've made this semester. Double Down had its own segment, including a special live game with a new role that's not shown in the normal show. You can check out the live stream archive by clicking on the card on the top right corner of your screen. If you enjoyed this episode of Double Down, don't forget to give this episode a thumbs up and subscribe to the Plattsburgh State TV YouTube channel for more episodes of Double Down and many other shows as well. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Now, before we go, I want to just say, leave a like, subscribe to the PSTV channel, and hey, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.